Assalamu alaikum students. Hope you all are good, safe and sound. Okay, so we have started with our first chapter, that is chapter number 1, Basics of Information Technology. Chapter number 1, Basics of Information Technology. This is totally a theory chapter, students. So might be sometimes you feel bored, okay, but just don't feel bored, because even theory is important to learn certain terms related to technology, okay students, because unless and until you are not aware with the terms of technology, you won't be able to understand the concept behind that technology. Okay, so it's very much necessary that we should learn the terms as well. Okay, so that's why theory chapter is also must to study to learn. Okay, and one more thing, student, that you have one website on which your ID has been generated, that is the oelearn.com, students. Okay, here you have to register yourself. I have already feeded your data, but if any students, if they are registering and they are not able to access the website with their ID, okay, so the number is given there, okay, on the website. Contact to those teachers, okay, and just have the problem sorted out from them. Okay, so you are big, and here on this you will get all the question papers of the subjects of IT, the chapters of the IT subject. Okay, student, so you will get a very good opportunity here to learn and practice more about IT. Okay, and the questions are coming, okay, from this only in your exams, okay, because all the questions are feeded which is needed for the examination purpose as well. Okay, so on this, so after, I think within 1 week everybody will register, and those who have not registered, because few students phone number is not there with me, okay, so I am unable to register them. Okay, so if anybody of you is not able to access the account, okay, the login account of this oelearn.com, please contact to the number given on the website. Okay, students, so and just try to practice more and more of your subjects. And here, students, in IT subject, all the chapters are according to the topic as well. So if you want to practice a simple one topic, you can have the topic practice as well. Okay, so please try to log in this account, and if there is any mistake in your data, okay, so rectify from there as only. Okay, you have the option, okay, to edit the data. Okay, so whatever the data I have got, so according to that I have filled the data in this website. Okay, so with your email ID or phone number, try to log in, and you will get the password on your email account or on the phone number. Okay, so just try to have the practice of the different chapters more and more. Okay, so now we begin with the chapter. Okay. We have started with the various concepts used under IT. Okay, so here computer we have already seen. Now we'll start with the various concepts. Used under IT. Okay, students. Now, in this we have already seen computer, students. Okay, this we have finished. Now the next one is the computer system. This we are going to study, computer system. Now what is the computer system? Okay, before explanation, students, I just want to show you the image of the computer system. What is a computer system? just see this image. Okay, this is there in your textbook as well. This same image, computer system. Now, computer system has peripherals. Peripherals is the accessories which is needed. Okay, so you have this. You can see. You can zoom in and you can see students. Okay. It is there in your the labeling is not clear, students, so I'll just read. It has the monitor, the CD drive, DVD drive. Okay, then this is the speakers, the monitor, CD drive, DVD drive. Okay, the system unit. Okay, system unit is what, students? It contains the CPU, memory, the power supply, disk drives, and all the other hardwares such as modem, data link, and internal format. Okay, then we have the printer, then hardware drive, that is the hard drive. Okay, hard drive is what, students? It is located inside the system unit and used to store program and data. Now here, students, hard drive is what, students? Now we have the very large storage amount of hard drive. Means we can have even the 500 GB, the 1000 GB, we can say the hard drives available nowadays. Earlier it was very small, only we can say the 40 GB, 20 GB, 28 GB, okay, 80 GB maximum. Now the technology has advanced so much that even you have the hard drives in terabytes, okay, not only in the gigabytes, not in GB but in TB. Okay, the flash memory, the USB port. Okay, this is the USB port. Then the mouse. Okay, the flash memory we have seen. Then flash memory is what, so it is used to capture still picture or motion picture. Okay, the flash memory. Okay, then DVD, CD, disc, keyboard, microphone. This is the microphone, we can say. Okay, then speakers we have seen. Okay, these are the computer system and the peripheral students. Okay, and this is same image is there in your textbook. Okay, so you can check it from your textbook as well. Okay, now computer system. What is a computer system? A computer system is basically a machine that simplifies complicated tasks. Okay, it should maximize performance and reduce cost as well as power consumption. Okay, this is the computer system. But before that, what is computer, students? What is a computer? A computer can process data, images. Okay, computer. Computer can process data, images, audio, video, and graphics. Okay, and the picture which we have seen just now, that was the picture of computer system and peripherals. Okay, so the computer system comprises of so many peripherals, students, and then only it makes the system. So, okay, so a computer performs 5 major computer operations, students, or functions, we can say, irrespective of their size and make. Okay, so these are what it accepts data and instructions by way of input. Okay, we'll just see the 5 major computer operations. 5 major computer operations. What it does, the 5 major computer operations to do. What it accepts data on instructions by way of input. What it does, it accepts data or instructions by way of input. Next, what it does, it stores data. Third one is what? It can process data as required by the user. It can process data as required by the user. As required by the user means what, student? That means here what? Suppose the user wants to print the data, whatever has been written or typed in the document, the word MS Word. So it gives you the printout. Okay, I want the image. Okay, so it gives us what, JPG or GIF image. Okay, so as per the requirement, okay, the data gets processed. If I want to listen any music, okay, so the speaker is there to process the data to send the vibrations of the music, okay, the rhythms and all. If I want to see the movies or any web series or the series, so the monitor is here, what, it's giving me the output in the form of the motion pictures, okay, in the form of images with the different types of animations and all. So according to the requirement of the user, the data gets processed. Okay, now fourth is what, it gives result in the form of output. Okay, the last one is what, students? It controls of all operations inside a computer with the help of control unit. All the operations inside a computer. Okay, students. So these are the 5 major computer operations or the tasks or the functions we can see. What is that? It accepts data instructions by way of input. Okay, then what it does? It stores data. Okay, then what? It processes that data. Then gives you the output. And all these things are what? Controlled by the control unit. It controls all the data. It controls all the data inside a computer. Okay, all the operations. Okay, so these are the 5 major tasks of a computer. Okay, next we have to see the computer architecture or architecture of a computer. These are the major tasks. Now next one is the architecture of a computer. Architecture of a computer. Okay, now here is what, students, what is the architecture? Computer architecture is a specification detailing, we can say, it is what? A specification detailing. Means whatever specification we have used, the peripherals, the specification detailing. Okay, students, of how a set of software and hardware technology standards interact to form a computer system. Okay, so in short, we can say that computer architecture refers to how a computer system is designed and how it works. Okay, we can say that how a computer system is designed and how it works. This is the architecture of a computer. Okay, that means here the set of software and hardware technology standards interact to form a computer system. Okay, hardware and software interact. Interaction we can say, which makes your computer system. Okay, students. So here we can say that every computer system has the three basic components. Okay, that is the input unit, central processing unit, and the output unit. Okay, so this has three main components. Every computer system has. What are those? The input unit. Second is your central processing unit, that is CPU. And the third one is your output unit. Okay, now, so these are the three main basic components of any computer system, and we have just seen the image also, students, the image of the peripheral students of the computer. Okay, so here you can see. Okay, so this is the computer system, students. The hardware and software interact together to make your computer system. Okay, and basically it has three main components: input unit, central processing unit, and the output unit. Okay, so hope you have understood till here, students. So inshallah in next lecture we continue with our chapter with further piece of the basics of information technology. Until then, stay safe, stay blessed, stay healthy. Assalam.